Hi guys, Dr. Collins here. I just wanted to do a quick little video to give you some tips about how to be successful working from home. I'm sure a lot of you have already started doing some schoolwork from home. I imagine you're all working pretty hard and trying to find a new normal with our situation. But there are some things that you can do to set yourself up for success. So I thought I might share some of those ideas with you. First thing you need to do to be successful is set up a schedule for yourself and stick to it. We have a lot of freedom right now because we're not going to school at all. So it can get really easy to slip into some patterns. And I know some of you have shared with me before that during the summer and when you don't have school on the weekends, you might stay up all night playing games and then you sleep a long time during the day. That's not necessarily going to work for you for your schoolwork unless you can work really hard in the middle of the night. But my guess is if you're staying up all night to play video games, you're not going to take a break to do your schoolwork. So definitely set up a schedule for yourself. The good news with this is that you can find a schedule that works for you. If you are not a morning person, you don't have to start at 8 a.m. You can start at 10 a.m. That's the time I'm having my kids come downstairs and start their schoolwork is 10 a.m. because that works best for our family. So find a time that works for you. You need to definitely check in with each class every single day. A lot of your teachers are giving assignments that should last a week, or they're given a couple assignments a week, but you need to always do your best to check the It's Learning page for every teacher every day, just in case there's announcements or there's changes. And I know with It's Learning is really taken on a lot of new distance learners. So there's been some issues and you might get some access denied messages or error messages. It's just because the system is overloaded. So just don't give up. If you're finding it hard during certain times of the day to get on It's Learning, it may be that there's just millions of kids on It's Learning at that time. And you might need to pick a different time of day. But like yesterday, my 7th grade son kept having trouble getting onto some of his classes. So every 2 hours, he'd go back and check to see if he could get in them. So it's really just going to be kind of trial and error, trying to figure out what the best time of day to do your work and access It's Learning is. But check every course every day, okay? The next thing that's important is to have a designated space in your house where you're doing your schoolwork. And if it's possible, don't have that space be the same space where you entertain yourself, where you play your games, where you play on your PC or your laptop or your PlayStation or Xbox or whatever it is that you're doing. If you can have a dedicated space that's just for where you do your work, that's really the best situation. Some of you use your PCs to do your gaming and your entertaining, and that's also what you plan to use to do your schoolwork. That's okay, but do something that signifies that now you're here for schoolwork and not necessarily to entertain yourself. The reason this is important is because you want your brain to be able to identify the fact that you're here to take this seriously. If you are surrounding yourself by the things that you know are distractions for you, that you know can like pull you in and take you away from the tasks that you need to be doing, then it's going to be really easy to fall into that trap. And then an hour or two goes by and you don't even realize that you haven't been focused on the work the way you're supposed to. So try to find a dedicated space, or at least some way to signify that this space at this time is for me to work. Take breaks, okay? We're not in school 7 hours a day right now, so there is nothing that says you have to sit down at 8 a.m. and work until 3 p.m. If you think about it, when you're at school, you have lots of breaks built into your day. You have 5 minutes after every 45-minute period. And when you get to class, you kind of do your little warm-ups and you get into your lessons and then you do your work and then you close it down. Okay, so don't expect yourself to sit there for hours on end without breaks. When you're studying for something and really trying to memorize something, the recommendation is to study or work about 20 to 25 minutes with a 10 to 5 minute break. You can play around with that and see what works best for you. For some of us, having a 10-minute break would be way too dangerous because 10 minutes might lead to 30 minutes, which might lead to 2 hours. But take little breaks. Work for a little bit, set a timer, work for a little bit, go pet your dog for 5 minutes or go outside for 5 minutes. Just the important thing here is when you take breaks, don't do something that's going to pull you in for hours, okay? If you have a couple designated times throughout the day that you're doing your schoolwork, you don't want to waste that time doing other things, right? Just as an example, what I'm trying to do with my kids, and we're still playing with it. We're trying to find a time that works best for our family, that works best with the system. The plan is right now to do from 10 to noon, to take a break again, and start up about 2 o'clock to 4. And then if they need any extra time after that, they'll do that in the evening. So just find times that work for you and break it up throughout the day. One thing that I assign on the Basics It's Learning page, that it's going to be a continuing assignment until I'm ready to move on from something else, but I really want to make sure we have some systems in place that help you prioritize. And you guys are doing the Eat a Frog assignment every week, which is where I want you to check in on Mondays or Tuesdays every week, write down all of your assignments, identify the ones that are the frog, the tasks that you are least looking forward to or seem like the ones that you would most likely be putting off because you want to avoid, and then try to get those done first. It's really important that you take time to prioritize your schoolwork. You don't want to spend hours and hours on an assignment that your teacher intended for you to spend 1 hour on, and then click over to another It's Learning course page and find out you have a project that's going to take you hours to do, and you just wasted so much time on a small assignment. So you need to, before you start your work each week, it would really be best to go in and check and see what the teachers have planned for you. Check in and prioritize this list of assignments so that you can decide how best to spend your time and be efficient. And then most importantly, be patient. This is new for you. This is new for your parents. This is new for your teachers. We're all just kind of trying to figure out how to make this work and how to help you guys be successful. Some of you may be working on your own because your parents are still having to go to work. Some of you may have older siblings that are helping you. Some of you may be the older siblings who are helping younger siblings. We've all got different situations, and your teachers all understand this, and your teachers all have different situations. So just know that we're all working really hard, and we want you guys to be successful, and we all miss you so much. I miss you guys so, so much, and I want you to be successful. Of course, I want you to reach out to me if you have any questions or issues. Best bet would be to email me. You guys all have my email because you've emailed me before several times. So just shoot me an email if you have a question, if you're not sure about something, if something's not working, or if you just want to say hi. Just reach out to me and let me know, and I hope you guys are super successful. My goal is going to be to post a video each week, either with an assignment or some tips or maybe just a fun challenge activity for you guys to try at home with your family. So we'll definitely be in touch, and know that you guys are missed and loved, and I can't wait to see you guys again. So good luck this first week. I hope everything's going well, and I will see you guys soon.